Let me see something. Okay, we're live, but apparently for some reason this thing doesn't want to do the flip. Let me see. There's always something. Why? There's always something. Why? I don't know why this thing doesn't want to. There's always something. Why? This thing doesn't want to flip to the side. I don't know why exactly. Let me see. Orientation is locked. What? I don't get it. Okay. Oh man, that's terrible. Hey there, Vegan for Kindness and Vegan Pundit. Okay, I'm here live finally, but with some technical issues I wasn't expecting, as always. Ah, how's the sound? How's the sound though? Ah, ah. Okay, we're off to a terrible start. Let me see. YouTube live. Screen lock. Anyone knows how to flip the screen? Because it's telling me that it's locked. I don't know. I don't know why. I want to do the sideways thing. I don't get it. Screen lock Android. Don't get it. Really, like orientation. Don't get it. Hello there, Vainamoinen. Yes, I'm using the phone, but the thing is that the other times I've been doing the flip thing and it does it. Why it's not doing it now? I have no idea. Oh man, why? Let me see. Let me see. To your settings. Portrait. Let me see. No, but I don't know. The other times it's worked, so I don't get it. Orientation is locked. Why the heck? Oh, hello there, Revolta269. My dear friend, of course. I'm good. Yes. All right. I don't know. Screen is locked. I don't get it. Like, why is it? I try to do this and says orientation is locked. Let me see. Orientation. Why? Like, why is it doing this? Settings app. Find the app. Click on it. Now click on display option. Auto rotate. All right. Okay. I don't know. I think I did it. I have no idea. Oh man. I have no idea how this thing is looking. Well, if it's not one thing, it's the other, but you know, it's live, so anything can happen. Let me see, how does it look? No. Is it doing anything? No, I just look like flip to the side. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we're doing a no gravity challenge. Yay. I look like an idiot. That's awesome. Okay. You know. Yes, you know, they're going to do a Broadway production of the movie Sideways, and now I'm part of it, you know. Yeah. Andrew Tate. No, please. All right, awesome. That's great. Bloody hell. I don't know how to solve this issue, so now I'm gonna have to look like an idiot holding the phone all the time. Okay, whatever. So yeah, it's gonna be shaky because sadly this thing doesn't want to rotate, even though it did. It always did it, but now it doesn't wanna. Whatever, you know. So yeah, so let's start this thing finally because I don't know. It's been 5 minutes of me trying to to fix the screen rotation. So I don't know. It's weird, but yeah. Okay, so first of all, thank you everyone. Thank you to the 100 subscribers. Really, it's amazing. When I started this thing a year ago, I didn't expect like to get like anything really from the channel. I don't know. I guess it's like it's always an experiment, you know. I was mostly doing the Instagram thing, and it was going very well. But then it's like, you know, the YouTube. I wasn't all into the YouTube thing, but I even almost abandoned the channel. But then the whole Alex O'Colon thing happened, and I just had to do a video, and I don't know. I just got interested in the YouTube thing again, and it's crazy to think that just a few weeks after that I restarted my channel, David Rams came up with this live stream where he was showcasing these lesser known YouTube channels. I was featuring it, and it got me a bunch of new subscribers, and so that's interesting. And that was totally unexpected. And if it wasn't so for him, I don't know, maybe I would still be like, I don't know, with fewer subscribers, which is still anyone that subscribes, that's awesome. In fact, when you get like your first subscriber, that's like the crazy feeling, like, oh, someone actually subscribed to the channel. And anything comes after that is awesome, of course. So yeah, the 100 is a milestone, is a benchmark, and we're building a community here. It's awesome. We're building a small community here for, veganism for the animals, and this is why we do this. And that's always the message here, that this is for the animals, and that's just the thing. Now, of course, the channel, I've done some different types of videos. Some have been more serious, some other with more comedy in them, and even in the serious ones, I can't help myself. I have to insert some joke or something because that's just who I am. So it wouldn't be me if I didn't do the sarcastic thing. So well, yeah, but it's funny. Mm, let me see. All right, so let me see. Can I fix this screen thing or not? He's killing me. So I have to hold the phone. I didn't want to hold it. That's why I got some expensive apparatus to hold the phone, but no. But it's useless because the screen won't flip. So whatever. And with the Humane Hancock video. All right, the Humane Hancock video. Man, alive. Oh, that you had to be there. You really had to be there. The people who were there, that was really funny. Oh man. Hancock says animals are here with us, not for us. Yeah, that's right. I call him Humane Wash Hancock. Oh man. Oh man. Well, yeah. And no, really, really a big thanks to David Rams for that. And I got to meet more vegans, more interesting vegans. Like Vegan for Kindness. That guy's awesome too. He's here, of course, Cameron, and Vegan Pundit, and all this. I think we all go to the same live streams to like the same people, David Rams and all those guys. And I always see like the same people, like for example, Vegan Postmortem, Vainamoinen. They're always at the David Rams or at the even Vegan Gays. Vegan Gays also gets like in the live stream, and it's freaking hilarious. We're all there. Christina Van Beek, No Injustice Lasts Forever. vegan postmortem. We're all there, having a great time, and just hanging out, and it's fun. It's fun to have like a group of like-minded people, especially in this thing, because the animal massacre is such a serious thing, and we do need to find a way to to entertain ourselves, and even in this crazy situation. So it's good to find cool people, and because it can feel very lonely, this vegan thing, because usually if you're vegan, you're like the vegan in your family, or or in your friend circle or whatever. So it's like you're always like, you're the vegan, and so it's like it's cool to find other people from around the world, and they're going through the same thing. It's very interesting. And yeah, so 100 subscribers, that's great. um, let's keep on building this awesome community right here, centered around our friends, the non-human animals, who need us so much, and they need us to speak on their behalf and defend them at all turns. And I don't know. So now another thing I wanted to yeah, to speak about, or to talk about this live stream, or to talk about certain things that I'm seeing now. For example, this idea. I don't know. You've seen obviously this guy, this reasonable vegan guy. I don't know. He's very suspicious. He's very suspicious. It's like he says the most un-vegan things that you could say. And I think he does that on purpose. I don't know if he's like some troll, or that's just his thing. He wants to be like the different guy or whatever. But he's just saying some stuff that is absolutely, I don't know, it's crazy. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I don't know, this thing where trying to defend this Alex O'Connell guy, who, come on, that guy doesn't deserve any consideration or anything. But gets a free pass, I guess, because he's famous or something. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, why is it like he gets this type of defense from several people? This Humane Hancock guy, and uh, reasonable vegan, cranky vegan, unnatural vegan. Instead of doing the right thing and calling him out on his BS, and defending the animals, who are the real victims here of actual harassment, actual uh, mistreatment. No, they're defending some doofus from that they don't even know. Like, I don't know. Well, Humane Wash Hancock apparently is his friend, or something. But it's like, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. And one really stupid thing about this reasonable vegan, who I believe is neither of those things, trying to defend this colonoscopy McGee by trying to tarnish the image of Joey Carbstrong and his girlfriend, because he's made videos. If you look at his videos, they're all terrible. They're all the same thing. He's like talking trash about Joey Carbstrong, who is one of the best vegan activists, one of the best animal rights activists. And like, what has this reasonable guy done for veganism? I mean, you cannot even begin to compare yourself with Joey Carbstrong, who's done so much and has put his life on the line for the animals. He's gone to these places, to these farms and stuff, undercover and everything, trying to shed light to what they do, and he's uncovered several horrifying stuff, and he's done so much, the outreach thing and everything, and doing an amazing job and being an amazing voice for the animals. And I don't know, this reasonable guy, he just wants to, I don't know, talk to meat flakes and tell them, yeah, you're okay, yeah, you're vegan. If you think you're vegan, you're vegan. What kind of crap is that? I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous. And then he made a video about Joey's girlfriend, Terion, when she was doing some outreach, also criticizing her and stuff. And I'm like, dude, like that's not your territory. You cannot tell an actual activist how to do their job that they've been doing for who knows how long. Like you can, I mean, you haven't done this thing. He claims he has, but I want to see those conversations with meat flakes. If it's gonna be anything like we like in the live stream that he did with some meat flake, where he was like, oh yeah, you can eat meat, whatever. If it's gonna be like that, don't even bother, man. If you're not going to challenge people, if you're not going to hold them accountable for their actions, you're not doing anything for the animals. That's just what it is. And then he made a video about it was about Joey Carstrom and his account of when Alex was like in France, and texted him about, hey, how do I do? Is it vegan if I eat something here? It's difficult to find some vegan options here in France. And he was like texting him and stuff. And then this Carson guy, he made a video saying like, why are we taking Joy's word for granted? He could be lying and stuff. And I'm like, all right, but why are you taking Alex's word for granted? He hasn't proven anything that he even has this IBS thing. Where's the medical report? Where's the tests or anything? I mean, and then where's the I don't know. Has he gone to therapy because of his mental health issues that he doesn't want to talk about publicly, but he has them. He definitely does, and they prevent him from being vegan. Yeah, because he says so. And that's the problem. That's why I made that video about the vegan definition and about how vague it is and how it lends itself to whatever interpretation you want to give it. So this British dude was like, well, it wasn't practicable for me. Good boy. Leviosa. No, no. F you. That's not a thing. You cannot say it wasn't practicable and just run away. No, that's not a thing, because you have to explain why exactly wasn't possible or practicable. And that's just the thing. He didn't want to help the animals. He's just some idiot, and that's it. But the good thing he did was like the only good thing that come out of that is gave us a lesson to vegans to not fall in love with whoever celebrity says that they're vegan. Do not fall in love with these people. Do not give them the keys to the kingdom when they haven't even proven anything. They haven't proven their actual care for the animals. So let's not jump the gun, and let's not be all like, oh yeah, wow, amazing, and then the celebrity person is like, or influencer or anything, oh no, I'm not vegan anymore. They make their obligatory why I'm no longer vegan video, throw the animals under the bus, and then they remain alone. The poor animals, they have no one. So, yeah, it's Leviosa. Right, exactly. Yeah, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. That was Alex. It's IBS. Yeah, no, right, that's right. No, it wasn't. Okay, he was saying Joey gets emotional while doing outreach. Joey dedicates his life to the animal cause and has seen the horrors over and over. How can he not get emotional? Exactly. Good point. How can he not get emotional like that? It gets to you. And you know what? I'm gonna share something and that's why I'm the way I am, and that's why I went on a unhinged rant against Humane Wash Hancock, and why I think Alex should get the Prometheus treatment and have like a giant bird peck him to death every day, and then he regenerates his organs, comes to life, and then every day is the same thing. It's giant bird pecking him to death day instead of Groundhog Day. It's because I don't know if this happens to any of you, but sometimes I have nightmares in which I'm trying to save animals, and I don't know. It's horrible. I wake up just in the middle of the night thinking about it. It's man, it's horrible. And sometimes I just randomly cry during the day thinking about all this stuff. So that's why I'm not going to let some Gen Z Karen feel like a champion because she's doing, I'm doing soy latte Wednesdays at Starbucks. Oh yes, let me give you a medal. Hell to the no. I feel like crap. I feel like garbage. I feel like I'm the worst person ever for the things I did to animals for years before I went vegan. So I'm not going to let some moron think that they're doing great because instead of 5 steaks a week, now they're eating 3. That means nothing. That means nothing to the animals. That means nothing to me or to the animals or to anyone. That's nothing. That's not a thing. That's just thinking about yourself, not thinking about the actual victims of this horror. So I don't know how this Carson guy can be just so casual about it. Let me see, there's some technical issue. All right. So I don't know how this guy can be so casual about this thing and congratulating people for what? Doing what change? They're not changing anything about their lives. What are they changing? If you, instead of eating 10 pounds of fish, eat 5, that's not changing anything in your life. And in fact, going vegan is not even a great change. It's nothing. I still listen to my favorite music. I watch my favorite shows. It's the same thing. I play my favorite video games. It's the same thing. Nothing has changed. Like the only people who, by going vegan, could change their lives is like animal farmers, of course, because they would transition to not being animal farmers, or slaughterhouse workers, or butchers and stuff. They would be making a great change to their life. But regular people with like a desk job or something, come on, don't give me a break. You're not changing anything really. All you're doing is you're now eating like rice and beans instead of pork and beef or whatever. Like that's not a change. That's just it's nothing. It doesn't feel like anything. It feels like it's gonna be too much when you're not doing it. But once you're vegan, it doesn't feel like anything really. Like the first months that I was vegan, I was like, I felt like this is nothing. Like, why was I afraid of making that change or anything? It doesn't feel like anything really. So I don't know. It's like you live your same life. You like the same things you used to. I mean, it could be that certain things you might not like them the same because now you recognize something that you didn't before. For example, this has happened to me. There are certain, let's say, for example, shows or things that have certain jokes with animals and stuff like that. And it's like, no, they even if they used to be funny at some point, they're not funny anymore. That has changed definitely. In fact, I'm gonna tell you something. There's a one of my favorite shows. It's Saturday Night Live. And years ago, there was this sketch. It's a comedy sketch program here in the United States. For those who don't know it, um, and this Saturday Night Live, they do like a sketch comedy thing. So it's like they have different live sketches and stuff. So one of them was about these researchers at a NASA lab. They were trying to make a dolphin speak. So the whole thing, the funny thing was that there was these two lady researchers, and the dolphin was a male dolphin who starting to mature sexually. So the dolphin just wanted to get it on with the researching ladies, and they masturbated the dolphin, and they had like this relationship with the dolphin, whatever. And of course, it's framed in a way that is like a comedy thing, like it's funny that the dolphin just wanted more hand and stuff. I mean, it is funny. I'm sorry, but it's not funny because it happened. Actually happened. If you look it up, that's not some skit. It actually is making fun of something that actually happened. Some lady researcher in like the 60s was trying to make a dolphin speak, but instead ended up wanking him. You know, and oh man, oh man. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to laugh about it, but it's. I mean, if you think about it, it's like it's weird. The dolphin. Apparently, the dolphin actually fell in love with the lady, and when the experiment ended up not being, obviously it wasn't successful because dolphins cannot speak like humans for several reasons. But the thing is that when the experiment ended and stuff, the dolphin, I don't know, the dolphin died shortly thereafter. They say that probably he felt, like he was missing that lady, and he just felt depressed and sank to the bottom of the tank he was in, and killed himself. That's what they're saying. Some say that no, animals don't kill themselves, and I don't know. It's like a thing, like animal suicide. But the dolphin, I don't know, probably was missing the lady. We don't know, and got depressed, and you know, I don't know. So so the sketch is like it goes something like that. It's like they're making fun of the whole thing, and saying that the dolphin only said hand because the lady wanking him and stuff. But it actually happens. So we do the most horrible things to animals. So of course that sketch is like I don't know. It's not. I mean, it's weird. So it's hard to find comedy in certain stuff. For example, one of my favorite shows of all time is Friends, and anyone who's seen Friends, you're gonna find out that it's a highly speciesist show, and not very animal friendly at all. They had an actual monkey there, a monkey named Katie. It's a female monkey, but the thing is that she's been in show business for decades now, and they still have her working, working. She's a slave to the entertainment industry, and she was on that show Friends, for the first season. And I don't know, I never really found the monkey or the scenes with the monkey all that funny to begin with. But now that when you go vegan, you see those things, and you're like, why are they doing this? Like, why there was no need to include a live animal on the show, like that. It didn't need to happen. And then they do all bunch of speciesist, and I mean that show is one of the most speciesist shows ever. But you know what? It serves as a good lesson because there are many instances where you can see the cognitive dissonance actually at play. Like these characters, they rescue a dog and a chicken in one episode, and they keep them as their pets. They want to care for them. They love them. They give them names and stuff. And then there you have them eating KFC and stuffing their mouths at Thanksgiving. So it's like Okay, but if you care about this duck and this chicken, what's the difference between them and the others that you're eating? Of course, this doesn't come up on the show because it's a 90s show where neither the writers, I think, nor the actors really care about such issues. I don't think it was even in their minds. But one of the characters, the character of Phoebe, is supposed to be this vegetarian and an animal rights advocate, but she's obviously very inconsistent because through no fault of the character, but obviously it's the writers who probably are not aware of their cognitive dissonance. So it's kind of weird to see like a vegetarian, but who also doesn't really go too far with the message or anything. I don't know. I'm guessing it's just like, I mean, it's just a sitcom. Whatever, they it wasn't their responsibility to to fight for animals or anything like that. Probably they felt, but it's weird. It's weird. Like I feel like if the show were made today, Phoebe would have to be a full vegan, not just some vegetarian, just some casual vegetarian there. I don't know. Um, but yeah, now about the TV and movies and stuff, it's weird because obviously any TV show, given that most of the population is not vegan or anything remotely close to that, you're not going to find vegan TV shows. That's not a thing. Like I don't know, unless it's like vegan Top Chef or something. But other than that, like a scripted TV show, I don't think so. You're gonna find is that most characters are going to be speciesist, and they're gonna have speciesist storylines and stuff, and it's just going to be terrible. But then there's like, I don't know. It's like certain shows, if you don't watch them because they ate some animal products on in one scene or something, I mean, you miss out. I mean, you're not really paying for them to eat animals. You're paying to see the show or whatever. And if they eat animals or something during production or inside the episodes or something, that's their fault. Not really our fault. But I saw something really interesting. About a few days ago, I started rewatching Breaking Bad, and they were eating this bacon at breakfast, and I was saying, well, that bacon looks kind of strange. It doesn't look like, bacon, yeah. And the thing was that it was like this veggie bacon, and they made it a point that, hey, eat your veggie bacon and stuff. And I was like, that's at least that's some points for effort, points for effort. So that's interesting that they brought that kind of product to light. I don't know. So that's for the entertainment industry and stuff. So I was thinking the other day, some video games also can have some species things because there's video games about fishing, about hunting, and all that. And in fact, one of the most famous video games from my childhood was one that was called Duck Hunt, the famous Duck Hunt video game where you shoot ducks and you have like this dog that goes to get the ducks, and if you miss, the dog laughs at you, and it's one of the most famous games from that era. And there's like memes about it and memes about the dog. Someone made a version where you shoot the dog, and because the dog is like, mocks you and stuff when you miss. So someone made a version, a flash game, where you actually get to shoot the dog. I don't know. When I wasn't vegan, I thought all of that was funny and stuff. But thinking about it, that's horrible that they made a video game where you shoot ducks and you have a dog mocking you if you miss and stuff. It's ridiculous. They don't need to do that. Like, I don't know. It's weird. And they actually had a controller that was like a gun, so you shoot at the screen. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But it was the 80s and stuff, so they didn't really care about anything. I don't know. It's weird. I would like to see some vegan video games. That would be awesome. Like imagine like Solid Snake is like, yeah, now I'm eating broccoli, and he likes the Metal Gear robot is like fueled by by I don't know kale or something. That would be uh, Tofu Gear Solid. That would be awesome. Oh man, Mortal Tofu Combat. Well, there's a tofu character in Resident Evil actually. I believe it's Resident Evil has a tofu character. It's a block of tofu that you control and you get like a weapon and stuff and you shoot the zombies and stuff. It's like an actual block of tofu character. So there's that. Not much of a representation there, but hey, block of tofu, Resident Evil, you know? Oh man. So yeah. But yeah. Which yeah, that game was awesome. Ah, you're meaning the what the duck hunt game or which one? But yeah, it's like yeah, duck hunt. This was one of the first games that a kid would play back in the day, you know. Now I think other games are like more famous, of course, but yeah. And I don't know what else when I wanted to talk about. Well, I wanted to well bring the issue of well exactly. I've never explained this, but since it's the 100 special, gonna go out and say it that of course some people have pointed out that the name Turning Veganese for my channel and my platform and stuff, it does come from that song by the Vapors, Turning Japanese, but it also the word turning. I use it because when I first went vegan, it was a learning experience, and even today, every day I learn something new about horrible stuff that we do to the animals, and it's a learning thing. You learn every day something new, so that's why I went with turning. In the case that it's an ongoing process that you're knowing, you're getting more information by the day, and it's like an ongoing process, you know, of learning and getting to know all these horrors and trying to stop them from happening. So that's why I went with that name, which I don't even really like all that much. I might change it in the future to something else. I don't know, probably, but I don't know. Whatever. If it stays, it stays. It's just a name, you know. Uh, but yeah, oh man, but yeah, it is from that Turning Japanese song. So yeah, Turning Veganese. And well, and to talk about something else, my someone yeah. Oh, by the way, AJ is my first and middle initials because I thought when you're Hispanic or something, I mean Spanish is my native language, but when you go into this advocacy thing and these social media platforms and stuff, you always come to the decision of okay, do I do this in Spanish or in English? So if you do it in English, is to get more attention more quickly because it's like there's more people in these English speaking circles than there is in Spanish. So if you wanna call more for more attention, it's like English is the way to go. Even though in Spanish, I think we're lacking in yeah in content and in social media content and social media presence, and especially quality social media presence because most of the vegans that I see in Spanish, some are great, obviously, but it's like I don't know. There's some weird ideas out there that I don't know. It's weird, but you know, and there's not enough. Well, there's obviously not enough of them, so I don't know. But so at some point I may do something in Spanish. Maybe I'll create a second channel for Spanish speaking audience or something. Uh, but yeah, so this English thing. So AJ, yeah, it's just my first and middle initials because I don't know. I thought, well, these English speaking people is easier for you to say AJ. I don't know. So I was like, yeah, just gonna go with AJ. So I don't know. It's easier to say. So yeah, that's why. And yeah, my last live stream, someone asked me who were my favorite vegan activists and stuff, and I'm gonna go with the following. I'm gonna make a list of the my favorite. I'm just gonna name them kind of quickly and why they're my favorites. But they need to be like they need to have like a presence on YouTube and social media. So no Gary Yurovsky, even though he's obviously the father of modern veganism and modern vegan rights activism, vegan rights, animal rights activism, and but I'm gonna go with some people who are active in this thing. And my favorites, depending on what you can get from them, because every vegan is different and every animal rights activist is different. They promote different types of, they come with different angles and stuff. So if you wanna go with nutrition and all that kind of stuff, if you're curious about that, I would go with Lifting Vegan Logic and with Mike the Vegan. They have really good stuff when it comes to nutrition and debunking these myths about, the usual thing with B12 and proteins and K2 and those things. They're really great at debunking these things. And and Lifting Vegan Logic, for just for he really makes me laugh a lot. He's really funny when he does these comedy beats. And if you want to go for that comedy and stuff, I mean, he can be serious. He's like a mix. He's like a mixed bag. Sometimes he does serious stuff, debunking these myths and stuff, and sometimes he does these funny bits, and usually collaborating with David Rams also, and they're really cool at it. They have these video types of vegans. Oh man, that's really hilarious. I go back to it every once in a while to have a good laugh. And it's funny because those types of vegans, that's how we are. That's how we are. There's just oh man, it's very poignant. It's really cool. And of course, so yeah, I would recommend those two for those things, for nutrition and for the labs. I'm gonna go with Lifting Vegan Logic. Awesome content. It's really funny. Um, of course, David Rams, also very funny and very informative. I like his both his channels. The main channel, and the Rams Den is also very interesting with interviews and stuff. It's really interesting as well. Some serious approach, but also with some comedy as well, and with the Face the Facts Fridays. That's always cool to see the meat flakes of the week and stuff. Seeing all those ridiculous comments and him giving them a good comeback. Yeah, the air horn from Lifting Vegan Logic, man. That's just peak comedy. It doesn't get funnier than that. The air horn and stuff. And my favorite video was that Earth Mama video with the crystals and stuff, and there were these crystals clouding the screen, and every time there was more crystals and more. It was just funny. It's too funny. It's really cool. So that's awesome. And of course, like I was saying, David Ram's really cool as well. I follow him. That guy's freaking awesome. Another one that I like is Carnism Debunked. I like him because his views, not only on veganism, which are very similar to mine, but his like political side to it. There's like a political component, which I think is very important because he's got a different angle than most vegans. I love Stitch. Can I get a shout? Okay. Live, love, Stitch. All right. Yeah. So, greetings to Live, Love, Stitch. I don't know. But yeah. So, or live. I don't know. So yeah. So yeah, Carnism Debunked. It's really cool. He gets in some in hot water or something like that, some trouble because he's more politically inclined. He's more like a centrist, really, but with a slight with a pinch of right wing in it. So he gets certain, you know, most vegans are like left leaning, I guess. So I don't know, they don't like him very much for that. But I'm sorry, but the guy's right. You don't have to be a leftist to be vegan. That's just what it is. You have to be. I mean, vegans are just from any walk of life. You can be right, conservative, right wing, left wing, raging communist, and still be vegan. I don't see why not. Same with religion. You don't have to be an atheist to be vegan. You can be whatever religion it is, but it's just, I mean, anyone can just see the horror of what we're doing to the animals and say, hey, yeah, maybe we need to stop this thing. You don't need to be from any particular religion or political alignment, really. So I agree with the carnism debunked in that regard. And I don't really like too much how he debates. I think that's a weak spot on his part because sometimes he doesn't really go there with his opinions or certain things. He's like, I don't know. He doesn't. I don't know. It's like he's not all that great at debating, but he can always get better at that. I'm not good at it either. I don't know if I went to debate some numquat like Judy Garland from Garland Farms. Of course, I think I would wipe the floor with the guy, but in a debate and stuff, I don't know because if he's like, count the beans, I'm not gonna count soybean by soybean. I cannot do that. Man alive, would take an eternity. So the debate would not be over and would continue to, till we die or something. So I don't know. So I don't know. But yeah, carnism debunked, another one of my favorites, of course. Obviously, we all know him. I don't think he needs introduction, but Vegan Jesus, Earthling Ed, come on, how can you not like Earthling Ed? That guy is just freaking amazing. And the funny part is, some vegans hate him or like don't like him very much because they think he's like too nice and he should be like more, more aggressive and stuff. But you're not realizing that that's the genius of Earthling Ed. He is being aggressive. He is being pushy, but he's making it seem like he's not, to make the guest or the person who sits to talk to him, make them think that they're actually having a conversation when they're having their point across and whatever. They're not. Ed is completely sweeping the floor with these numquats, and they don't even realize. He's just completely obliterating them with facts and logic and all that, and making them see their own cognitive dissonance, and they have nothing that they can refute. And it's like they don't even realize. They just think, oh, I had a nice conversation with this nice dude and stuff. No, he completely wiped the floor with you. So I don't know. But it's funny that people think that he's like this. I don't know. But I mean, he is very calm and very nice. But at the same time, he's actually, doing the thing he needs to do to defend the animals. So he's no pushover or anything. Okay, Ed is a legend. Yeah, I do agree with that. Vegan for kindness. Ed is a legend, a living legend, and a treasure for the animals and for vegans everywhere. Vegan Pundit. Garland Farms is a sophist of the highest order. Ah, yeah. Well, that's another thing. When I went into these circles of vegans and stuff in English, I quickly learned that to talk about these things, there was a bunch of terms and philosophy stuff that I was like, what the heck is all of this? Like, I can even barely say threshold deontology, and I have to learn about what the heck is all that, like utilitarianism, consequentialism, uh, deontology. What the heck is all of that? What the heck is a sophist? I don't know. Like, I don't know. So it's like I've had to learn all these terms and stuff and appeals. These logical fallacies and stuff like that I never even thought about. So it's like, please say shout out to Natalie Ali, Natalie. All right. But it's crazy this philosophy stuff and having to learn all that those. And another thing that Carnism debunked, I like, because you learn some stuff about, for example, he did this video about Kafka trapping, and it's really interesting to know what a Kafka trap is and how to notice when someone is trying to Kafka trap you and try to deflect it. And it's basically when someone is accusing you of being something, and if you deny it, that proves that you are that thing that you're denying. And it's some weird thing. It's like it's kind of like gaslighting you, but in a way that, I don't know. It's like if someone said, vegans are, I don't know, vegans are elitist, and you say, but I'm a vegan, and they say, oh, you see, you're elitist because you're a vegan, so you're admitting that like you're classist or something like that, or you're privileged. No, nothing of the sort. But I think that's funny. You know what? You know what's really funny? People often say that veganism is privilege, and it's like, what is this? They say it's colonialist, white supremacy, and privilege and stuff. But then they say that vegans are just, low lives with like nothing, no job, no money, basically just like some loser or something. So if how come the movement of veganism be elitist and privileged and stuff and for rich white people, but then the people pushing for the movement are a bunch of, I don't know, nobodies with no money and nothing? I don't know, it's weird, kind of weird. How can that be? But do you find learning about those terms had been of benefit? Well, yeah, I mean, anything that can help you or can help anyone to better debate these things is of benefit. But it's weird. It's weird to have these things like learning this. I don't know, deontology and stuff. What is that? I mean, I don't even know what the hell that is. All I know is I wanna free the animals from ourselves. That's all I know. That's so I don't know if that means that I'm some deontologist or if I'm some consequentialist or whatever I am. I don't know what it is. I just want to leave the animals alone. So I don't know. I don't know what that makes me really, but whatever it is. Um, Another thing. Let me see. All right. So another thing. What was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about my favorite vegan activists on social media, YouTube and stuff. Another one that's really cool is what is this say? Shout out to Natalie Ali, I guess. Natalie Ali. All right. Shout out to Natalie. We have a fan of Natalie over here. And yeah, so these things. So another one of my favorites. I'm gonna go. Basically, my two favorites is for the activism that they do most than their social media character or whatever. It's more. It's gotta be more with what they do, for the animals as activists. Not only as YouTubers or social media platforms. And it's my favorites. They are basically just Joey Carstrong and Tash Peterson. I think they're the absolute best right now. And it's interesting because Tash Peterson was coached by Joey Carstrong in a way, so it's very interesting that they're my two favorites for the type of work that they do for the animals. Won't understand what you're talking about. Ah, right. That's true, Revolta. Yeah, that's true. The problem with those terms that during a debate, meat eaters won't understand what you're talking about. Yeah, exactly. It's like that meme, King of the Hill, with the writing in the window, and oh, if those people could read, they'd be mad at you and stuff. Yeah, that's the meat eaters. If they could read, they would be even mad, even more enraged at vegans. But oh man. But really, so yeah, my favorites. I'm gonna go with Joey Carstrong, and I'm gonna go with Tash Peterson because they're so amazing. And Joey Carstrong because of I mean, I don't know how well you know him or something. I don't know him at a personal level, of course. So, but I do know like his backstory. I know how he became basically a better person. He turned his life around in such a way. So to me, he's a great inspiration because he would be the least likely person that you would think would become this amazing human being and this amazing vegan and someone who fights for the best cause there is to fight for right now. So it's amazing, really, how he turned his life around. A total inspiration. And in fact, it was one of his workshops that made me actually do the social media thing. He said something about just do what you can with what you have. So don't worry about the fancy equipment. Don't worry about like your presence and stuff. You're gonna get better at all of that. Just start with whatever you can. Anything counts. So I was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, that's true. So that actually made me go into first Instagram, and then I started doing the YouTube thing. So yeah, he's very. I find him to be very inspirational and one of the best. And Tash Peterson, because let's face it, that lady is just all around awesome. I mean, a modern fighter, a modern warrior for the animals. Gets in trouble with the law and everything, puts her life on the line for the animals. You don't see that very often anymore because of obviously social media and stuff. Now it's more like doing this type of video content and stuff. But these street activists and disruptions and stuff, that's amazing. And I think no one does it quite like her. She's freaking amazing. I wish I could go to supermarkets and restaurants and yell at people the way she does, but I just don't look as good on lingerie, so you won't be seeing me with my shirt off. I can assure you of that. Oh man, but yeah, she's just so awesome. She's really the best. I don't know, and I wanna say something else. I'm gonna go and I'm going to defend two vegan activists that I think deserve actual defense, and it's that vegan teacher and it's of course vegan gains. I think they are awesome vegans. They are the real deal when it comes to defending the animals, and I don't understand all the hate, really. Or actually, I do understand the hate. They actually say the things that they have to say, and many other vegans, they're more of the pick me variety, and they wanna be singing kumbaya, with meat eaters holding hands, and around the fire, and that's not a thing. I'm sorry. No, I prefer the root approach of the vegan gains variety. I made a video about it actually, where I changed my mind about him, and I did. At first, when I wasn't vegan, I thought that he was some crazy guy, whatever. But I didn't even know his platform. I didn't even watch his videos, and that's what many people do. They don't even watch the content. They just go by whatever they think the guy is or whatever. Like, oh, his reputation. So he's got a bit of a reputation. So they go by that instead of actually, okay, go to his channel, go to his platforms, see the content that he puts out, see what he's actually saying and how he's saying it, and realize that the guy is an awesome vegan. I don't know what's the problem, really. The guy's amazing and he's freaking hilarious. That guy is comedy gold. I'm sorry, the guy is just freaking. No one makes me laugh as hard as. No one makes me laugh as hard as Vegan Games. Really, I don't know. It's just the funniest when he makes fun of people and stuff. That bit he did with Alex O'Colon when he was like, I don't know how to eat food, and he like grabs like a spoonful of something. It's freaking amazing. That in fact, I think I have it on my community tab. There's a short video of that, of Vegan Games doing that. And it's just freaking hilarious. The guy is just too funny, and I don't know. I like that rapping part at the end of his videos, like beef, water relief. When will this poisonous product cease? And some other stuff. It's like a poem or something. It's funny. I don't know. I think it's great. And that vegan teacher, come on, man. She's a nice lady trying to do the best she can for the world, and people give her so much hate for nothing. I don't understand. Of course, her content might not be for everyone. I don't watch a lot of it because it's mostly like kind of childish in nature because I think it's directed to mostly to a younger audience. But and yeah, she can get really aggressive and stuff. But I don't know. I think she's awesome and I think she's endearing. I don't know what you guys think, but I think that vegan teacher, far from being harmful for veganism and for the animals, she's actually very good. And if you saw the comment section, you can see that the people there they're atrocious in the comments, with all kinds of threats and horrible words that they're saying about her and stuff, and it's ridiculous, totally uncalled for. And I mean, you can expect it, and you know the vegan for their comment section. If you see a vegan and you see the comment section is a bunch of meat eaters going, oh yeah, I'm a meat eater, but I like you, I subscribe to you, and yeah, you're cool. You know that vegan is just totally sus, totally suspicious. No. But if you see that they're hating on the vegan and stuff like, oh no, I'm gonna eat two steaks in your name, or something like that, or threatening that vegan, you know that the vegan is an actual vegan and an actual animal rights activist saying the things that need to be said. So now I don't think she went too far saying that Alex, calling for Alex to be publicly hanged. I guess I don't think she went too far with that. I think if anything, it was too soft. Actually, I don't know, but I don't know. That's just my take. I think she's awesome. So I want to defend her and I want to defend vegan gains, even though with gains I may have some or other disagreement on certain topics, but it is what it is. Two humans can't agree on everything 100% of the time, and it happens in veganism as well. So it's no surprise. So, but just because I disagree with him on some stuff doesn't mean I'm going to go, no, no, he's bad. He's just, he's cool. I don't know. He's cool. And yeah, Miss Katie, that vegan teacher, she's also very cool. And so yeah, those are like my top that I follow for content. Well, also Jamie's Corner is actually very good as well. Um, and I think she's the most camera ready of all the vegans that I've seen. Like she's an actual. I think she does have a background in journalism, and I think she's also like a model and stuff. So she's very comfortable in front of the camera and stuff. Because most vegan, I said this to the unreasonable welfarist. I said this to him that when he was critiquing Joey Carston, like, man, you have to understand that most vegans, we don't have a background in like journalism or stuff like that, communications. We don't have the communication skills or something. We are just concerned humans trying to save the animals, and we come from all walks of life. And some of us could be more introverted and stuff. I would never thought of doing, these type of things, videos and stuff, let alone live and talking to people and stuff. Far from it, but the animals, what they're going through is so important that I feel like I have to do it, even if it's not all that comfortable for me. Because veganism, I understand, it's not about me, it's not about humans, it's about them, the non-human animals, and so we have to do whatever we can do for them. That's just what it is. Even if it's not all that comfortable for us and it makes us go out of our comfort zone in a way. And I don't know, to another thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, so the rap videos. How are you liking the the cosmic skeptic rap and the Neil deGrasse Tyson? uh, oh man, those are some funny content, I guess. And it's funny because the idea for that, The idea for that came with I was after the whole Michaela thing with Alex O'Colon. I don't know. I had this thing in my mind, this rhyme with Michaela and Naila, that he wanted to nail it. You know, like he was simping so hard for her on that debate. So it was so funny. So I was like, oh, what can I do with that? Like Michaela, Naila, there's something there. There's something. So I found that something. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna make this thing about all the crazy things that he said and the things that happened around all the debacle, you know, with Michaela and with the community post, the video that he made. And I'm just gonna all around just make fun of all that. So oh man, it's just freaking hilarious. And it's funny because the lyrics are, they really do tell the story of the cosmic skeptic. They detail the cosmic skeptic line from when he became vegan apparently, and all that happened with him. So that's really cool. Some of the lines are really funny, like oh man, that's really awesome. And at the end I do throw some shade at some alleged vegans who, you know, defend him and stuff. Like unnatural vegan and reasonable vegan was there also in the and humane Hancock, of course, and the cranky vegan who came into the defense of him. And it's weird, but you know, it's funny because uh, I don't know, that lyric is just so funny, that rap and all the things that happened with him. Remember that time when he went to France, which that line comes from. I mean, we never saw him going to like France or anything, so you can't remember him going to France. But the funny thing, and actually the inspiration for that, it actually came from the reasonable welfarist, because he's the one who said something about, no, you can't believe Joey Carstrong, about this guy going to. Did you see the Bug Your Brains meme in that? Debug your brains. No, I haven't seen that. What did the debug your brain do? I haven't seen that one. But you know, so it's funny because it's from that thing that, oh, don't believe him. But I was like, yeah, remember when he went to France and texted Joey Carstrong, you know? Man, then we have Joey going, good day, because that's like an Australian thing. Good day. Oh man, no, that's just big comedy. Oh no, I didn't see the meme, the debug your brain meme. No, I didn't. I watched the lifting vegan logic one where he does this thumbnail and Alex got like all these hearts on his face because he's like so in love with Michaela and stuff. But I haven't seen the debug your brain one. I'll check it out definitely after this. And yeah, so I don't know. So that part was really funny, and all the whole thing is just about that, you know, making fun of the whole thing, like him. Oh no, yeah, I have IBS and stuff. Yeah, you don't, but whatever, you know. And he became septic. That's because people start to call him cosmic septic. So I was like, ah, right. So yeah, he became septic after eating the broccoli. Oh man, no, I put the broccoli in his mouth. That's really funny. I don't know. To me, that's the funniest part is the beginning. I don't know. Oh man, but yeah, and then the Neil deGrasse Tyson. After doing the Cosmic Skeptic one, I wanted to do one about Neil deGrasse Tyson and all the stupid things he said about, you know, if you rescue a mouse, it's better, no, well, not rescue, like if a mouse enters your house, uh, it's better to leave the mouse there than to set him free, take him back to nature because he could die by predators or something. So that's why my rap goes like, a mouse in my house, I named him Fivel, which I rank with the Bible, you know, because he said that. He said like milk and honey, those are the two foods that doesn't kill animals, which is not true. We know that's not true actually, but he said that. This is an actual scientist saying this ridiculous nonsense, but yeah. So he says that. So then he goes like, it's even in the Bible. And I'm like, okay, but what does that even mean? In the Bible, you're a scientist. What Bible? Like, man, like really? The Bible, the same Bible that says that a group of people wanted to build a penis tower to stick it to God, and then God was like, oh no, you didn't. And then he gave them like different languages, and they forgot basic construction skills and didn't build the thing, the penis tower. I don't know, like that's weird. I don't know. That same Bible, you know? But yeah, milk and honey is even in the Bible, guys. So, you know, if it's in the Bible, it must be good. So, yeah, so that's why I went like, oh, milk and honey, even in the Bible. A mouse in my house, I named him Fievel because Fievel, I don't know, maybe you're from my generation, you've seen the movie, but if you probably haven't seen the movie, it's an American Tale. It's an animated movie with mice, and the protagonist mouse is Fievel. That's his name, and he gets lost, and he finds his parents at the end and stuff. And the little mouse in the video, I put the Fible's hat on top of him. So, oh man, so that's like a visual gag there. So that's funny. And another funny thing about that, I don't know if many people will actually cut that joke, but there's a very dirty joke in there with the Emma Roberts and Aubrey Plaza, and it's really clever because here's the thing: you have to understand that, you know, some people, for example, a person is called Robert, they call them Bob. A person called William, they call them Bill. But what do they call a person named Richard? Well, their nickname is Dick. So you see, in the rap, when I say that, oh, a movement to save the tick, that part is because Neil deGrasse said actually that, like, oh, you're going to create a movement to save ticks. So I get that, I put that there, like, oh, a movement to save the tick. So I set up the joke. Then I go with Emma Roberts and Aubrey Plaza for those milk advertisement they did. And I go, you both can suck my. And then I leave like a pause there, and then I go, Richard. And as I just told you, Richards are called Dick. So the actual rhyme would be like a very dirty word there, but because it's YouTube and stuff, I didn't want to get, you know, like blocked or, you know, censored in any way. So I went by the censoring thing. So it's like Richard, and then I go, Dawkins is right about religion and stuff like that because he's like an atheist and stuff. So I speak about Richard Dawkins. So the rest of the thing continues on. So it's really clever. It's a really clever way. Oh man, to do that joke. So I don't know if many people caught that, but yeah. And I don't know. It's really funny. That to me, that's I'm the most proud of that joke, if any. Oh man, it's really out there, you know. But yeah, so I don't know, the Neil deGrasse Tyson, yeah, my latest creation. And the funny thing is, I was recording the thing with the beatboxing part and stuff, and I realized it was giving me a bit of trouble. So I was like, hey, wait a minute, I already have the sample from the other rap song that I did. So I just grabbed the same sample of the beatboxing part and just recorded the other lyrics, the lyrics for the Neil deGrasse. So it's just the same beatboxing part, but with different lyrics. Oh man, it's just really cool to do that. So yeah, I don't know, it's really funny. And I don't know what else can we talk about today. We can go to some Q&A if you want. I ran out of topics too. to talk about today. I think I ticked all the boxes that I wanted to tick. I explained the turning veganese name. Thank you all for the things. And should animal rights activists work out and be healthy to lead by example? Well, you're asking the wrong person because I am a junk food vegan, what is known as a junk food vegan. But my really, I mean, here's the thing. My take is that any type of vegan, I don't know, fit vegans, skinny vegans, fat vegans, we're all needed because then non-vegans are gonna think they already have us typecast as skinny, smelly hippies or something like that. So to me, it's like seeing different types of people, different types of bodies and stuff within the veganism. I think it actually helps to see that anyone can just be a vegan. It's not doesn't have to be this fitness monster thing like, oh no, yeah, you have to be really into fitness and stuff, and to be a vegan, that's not a requirement. So I don't know. It's all cool. I don't know. To me, it's all cool. Of course, we always must strive as people, not just as vegans, to be the healthiest we can be. So obviously, I need to work on that, and more steamed carrots and less Beyond Burgers and stuff. But sue me. Somebody stop me if they can. Well, they can't because I eat all the time. Okay, so yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. All vegans are needed, and but we must work to be healthy. Really, that's true. Now, one thing I'm not liking is that thing about calorie consumption of calories, and if vegans are consuming extra calories, that means that they're actually doing more harm to animals in the crop productions and stuff. I don't believe that this is the case because you don't know when you buy produce, you don't know the let's say the crop that can be counted with that batch that you bought there. So you don't know. You can buy one head of lettuce that killed, I don't know, two gophers. I don't know if this is just putting an example there, or you can buy, I don't know, three heads of lettuce that didn't kill any animals. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't think calorie consumption can be tied to how many crop deaths there are. I don't think that's the case at all. That's not a measurement. That's not something that can be measured really. And the whole thing with the crop deaths, I think it's a non-argument. It's not really a thing. It's not a vegan thing. I forgot where you said you were from. Oh, right. Yeah, animals are here for us. Are here with us, not for us. I forgot where you said you were from. Yeah, I'm from Venezuela. From Venezuela in South America. Yeah, it's a country. It's a terrible one, but that's where I'm from. Doesn't violate rights. Yeah. Soy woman. Vaina Moinen says I'm conflicted on the organic thing. Yeah, that organic thing, I don't know. I guess some vegans don't buy organic because of the what? Because of the manure or something like that. The fertilizer, or I don't know exactly why it is. I don't know. I don't buy organic stuff usually. I just buy, you know, like some frozen veggies and stuff like that. And organic uses more land. Right. So I don't know. Maybe this veganic farming will catch on, and maybe we'll see that more of that in the future instead of this organic or you know plantations and stuff. Whatever. I don't know. Manure, blood meal, bone meal. Yeah, but you see that the manure and that stuff, we have to also recognize that that stuff is not, it doesn't come from vegans. It's not vegans doing these things. It's people who don't give a fly about animals in the first place doing these things and doing these methods of harvesting and crop production. So to me, all that use of manure and the use of whatever and this killing of small rodents and stuff, that cannot be on vegans, or pesticides, because that cannot be really on vegans when we have 99% of the population not being vegan, and food production not being controlled by vegans. So that's not a thing. It's by people who don't care about any animal. So they come up with these shortcuts to protect the crops by killing the animals, the intruder animals. But it's funny that these animal farmers never mention the animals that they kill, not only the cows and stuff that they already kill, of course, but what about predators that want to get into the animal farms and eat the cows, eat the chickens, eat the sheep? And what about human intruders that go into these animal farms to steal them? Not the activists. I mean other animal agriculture people, or some thieves that just want to take the animals for themselves. So what are they going to like speak to them? No, they grab a shotgun and go, so defending their property and their product or whatever, their livestock. So this Judy Garland and these other farmers acting all like, oh no, no, it's the crop deaths. Yeah, you killing animals. No, no, you're killing animals. You're killing the animals that you were going to kill to sell their body parts and their secretions, and you're killing the animals that want to eat these other animals. Plus, you might be killing other humans as well by, with trespassers and stuff. So don't come to me saying that it's vegans who are doing the killing and stuff. No, it's not. So that's not a thing. That's my take on it. So I don't know. Next time an animal farmer wants to act all superior and comes with crop deaths, though, tell them that. Tell them how they protect their livestock. That non-vegans say what about crop deaths? Protecting property such as crop deaths doesn't violate rights. We need to only promote animal rights. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? We do need to protect animal rights. That's 100% true. But yeah, that's kind of the thing. And I don't know if there's more questions. Keep them coming. Going to answer some questions, and I'm gonna write quick, and I'm just gonna go at, I think at the 90-minute mark. I think an hour and a half is more than enough. Even though I did spend like 5 minutes fighting the camera to, what are you gonna do? Is life. So it is what it is. Technical issues are to be expected. And yeah, I don't know. So I don't know if there's any other questions there. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna say, when we have to, congratulate. Oh, thank you. Animals are here with us, not for us. Thank you for, congratulations there. I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate the support for this. Will culture lab-grown meat mean the end of animal ag? Will governments for culture meat only? I mean, that's a tough question, because we know that the meat industry has, their very large ties to governments and stuff. And I think this lab grown meat might take some time to catch on. But you know what? I'm actually not I mean, I'm not really a fan of the lab grown meat. But whatever, if it comes to happen and it is a thing, then whatever, welcome, But I don't know, it's weird. Like, if it's this lab grown meat that is from animal cells, then I don't like it, because you're still using an animal as a thing and as a starting point to something. Even though some people might say, yeah, but it eliminates suffering and that stuff. Does it really? Because meat eaters, they're always with their natural dough. Their appeal to nature fallacy. going with the I know that meat is like Bill Gates fake meat and stuff like that. They already hate the pea protein and the soy protein burgers and stuff. So it's like it's weird. I don't know. So this lab grown meat might never take off. I don't know what will be of the future, but I'm hoping whatever it is, let's just stop hurting animals. Altogether, it doesn't matter if we have these alternatives or not. But I don't know. I see that's going to be really an uphill battle ahead. Okay, so my awesome friend Revolta269 asks, "What's your favorite go-to meal?" Well, you know what? It's weird. I'm right now. I'm really into that. The Beyond Beef tips. They're really good, and I can make sandwiches with that and stuff. But really, my go-to meal is just basically some. It's weird. It's some baked bread with like really toasty, with hummus. Like that's been my obsession. That's why I put on like 170 pounds extra just by eating a bunch of bread with a bunch of hummus. I don't know, which I don't make myself, even though I have like a food processor, and I have like the chickpeas and stuff. But it's just sitting there. I don't do anything with it. I just buy the store bought hummus. Also, I like saying hummus. Hummus. It's fun to say, and it's fun to eat. So I don't know. It's like an obsession. Will no animal act not in there. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Yeah, hummus goes on everything. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's like, and hummus with like pita chips. Man alive, that's just the best of the best. Those pita chips with hummus. It's just freaking awesome. Um, and yeah, another obsession of mine is like not a meal, I guess, but it's like this Planet oat milk. It's freaking awesome, especially the extra creamy one. It's just the best. Tell story of last person who you helped move towards being vegan or be vegan. Oh, I would tell that story, but it's non-existent at the moment because nobody wants to hear about it. Nobody I know. Oh man, I keep telling them, hey, look at this Dominion thing, look at this Earthling thing, and hear Gary Yourofsky's speech, and people are like, no, I don't want to. I'm like, no, but you do, and I don't know, they run away from me. I don't know, but I guess that I'm leading by example. They've seen me being vegan for 2 years now, and I think at least they're now like more used to the idea, and they're getting more considerate towards me. But I would love to for them to be more considerate towards the animals, the actual victims. But it's getting there. I think slowly but surely. I guess my close ones are realizing that this thing is not some crazy face or some crazy thing I came up with. It's an actual thing, and I think they're getting the message. I don't know. I hope so, but we'll see in the future who goes vegan and or who doesn't. Why did you become vegan? Oh, that's a really good one. That exactly. That was another thing that I wanted to talk about in this one. Why I became vegan, and I don't know anyone in my life being vegan. You might have helped people being vegan online. Right, that's the thing. Online, we don't know who we might reach that we don't even know, and that's awesome as well. But to the question by Desi, why did you become vegan? I mean, there's like a long version and a short version, but the short version is basically when I realized the actual horror of this animal massacre and stuff. I was like, no, I'm not going to participate in this anymore. There's no way. I'm not going to be the reason animals have nightmares at night, before being killed, whatever. That's not gonna happen, and I'm not gonna be the cause of this horrible massacre here. So I stopped writing right there and then. It was a night where I wasn't even planning on going vegan. I was just watching a documentary out of curiosity, mostly. And it just pushed me. It pushed me right there. It was crazy. And the story, there's several stuff. There were several times when I could have gone vegan, but I didn't make the decision because I wasn't really knowledgeable of the whole thing. But let me see. Sorry. So the whole thing is like it's weird how I became vegan because I was this huge meat flake, you know. Then I became one of those people who, I guess, one of those that the reasonable welfarist wants to have. Those non-vegans who go, oh yeah, I agree with vegans, but I'm not. And I was that for a while. I was eating meat and stuff, but I agreed with the message, I guess, but I wasn't planning on doing it myself. But then it just so happens that because I'm very curious in nature, I watched this documentary Seaspiracy. Then I watched Cowspiracy, and in the middle of Cowspiracy, that's when it happens. And it's crazy because that documentary Cowspiracy is not even about animal rights or animal suffering. It's more about the environment. But there was one section where there's this farmer with these ducks, and he's talking about the dogs. He's like, no, these dogs, they're really cool, they're really friendly, and they're very trusting as well. And you see the dogs, and they're just, going about their day. They seem to be very very content, very, relaxed there. With even with the farmer and stuff, they don't seem to be, frightened or anything like that. And the guy just grabs them and says, these two are ready. And I'm like, ready? Ready for what? Yeah, the answer was not good. Turns out the guy grabbed these ducks, and there was this surface, this plain surface, like a table thing, and he grabs one of these ducks and stretches the duck on top of the surface, and stretches the duck's neck, grabs like a little axe thing. I don't know what that horrible instrument is called. It's like a weird metal axe or something. And well, he proceeds to decapitate the duck, and there's a lot of blood and stuff pouring out. And I'm in shock. I'm in total shock watching this. I'm like, what the heck? That duck was just right there. In 1 second, he's alive, just enjoying himself or herself, whatever. And this guy just grabs this animal and then just chops the head off. And then this blood starts pouring out. And I'm like horrified watching this. And I'm starting, and tears start rolling down my face like a cascade of tears. I'm like horrified. I'm like crying my eyes out seeing this. And then the guy proceeds to defeather, pluck. He starts plucking the feathers out of the now headless corpse. And also he throws the head in a bucket. The bucket contains other heads, other duck heads, from previous assassinations by this guy. And then it's like, what is this hell? And I'm seeing the duck. Now the duck with headless and featherless looks exactly like those rotisserie chickens that I would buy at the supermarket regularly. So that's when I made the connection. I went like, what's the difference? Like I'm bawling my eyes out for this duck, and then I'm eating those rotisserie chickens. What's the difference between this animal and those chickens that I usually get? I realized there was no difference, and if I was feeling bad for this duck, I had to feel bad for the chickens as well. And then it went to the cows, the turkeys, the other animals, the pigs, and that's when it happened. It just happened right there and then. It was a night of March the 31st, 2021, and that's it. That's the story of the day I went vegan and why it happened. It's crazy. It's crazy and it's weird. And the first thing I ate afterwards, it was a tangerine and a glass of water. I was so disgusted by everything that's all I could eat. Like I didn't want to touch anything. I was like, no, just give me a tangerine and a glass of water. It was just so horrifying. And since that day, their faces, their screams, they don't leave my mind, and they're always with me. Every second of every day. And that dog, that's why I started this whole thing. It's for that dog that I'm doing this. Basically, it's that image and that thing happening. Seeing that, it totally changed me forever. And I do have to thank, obviously, my dear friend Revolta, who is here. She's an amazing person, and she's just the best person I know. And she's been vegan since, I don't know, since forever, I guess. And she compelled me to watch this Earthling Ed and these things and Gary Yourofsky and all of that. And all of that also helped a lot to for me. It helped me to become a vegan, because that's when I started to see that the message was actually right. And because she used to share so much content about animals and stuff, I was learning something new every day. And even when I wasn't convinced of the thing, I was still getting all this knowledge about it, and it was like bit by bit it was doing something. It was working something inside me, that at some point I was saying, like, no, I have to go vegan, but I didn't want to because I was afraid of quitting and then betraying the animals. That was a thing that happened. So I was like, I mean, it didn't happen, I didn't betray the animals, but I was thinking that I might, because I'm an emotional eater. So I thought, no, this thing is not gonna work. The next, because if I go vegan and I get depressed or something, I'm gonna want like a burger or something like that. I'm not gonna want some rice and beans. That's not gonna happen. But the thing that happened was I didn't know about all these meat alternatives and stuff. So now whenever I feel anxious or depressed or happy, because I eat when I celebrate. I celebrate something. It's like, no, I gotta eat. Some people drink. No, I eat. I'm an eater. I'm not a drinker. you know. So I'm more of an eater guy. So that's how I celebrate. So anything, any celebration, anything like that, or oh no, a special occasion, whatever, it all goes back to eating. So these alternatives actually have helped me be the junk food, anxiety induced eating guy that I've always been, but without hurting anyone else in the process. So that's awesome. And but still, if these things didn't exist, if this Beyond Burger or whatever didn't exist, I would still just eat rice and beans. I don't care. If the only food that there's left in the world is rice and beans or whatever, I'm gonna eat that every day with no problem. And I would never betray the animals, like going, oh no, they took out these alternatives, so now I'm gonna go back to meat. That's not gonna happen. And yeah, I do think she's awesome, guys. Revolta269, just go follow her. She's got an Instagram account, also YouTube, but mostly on Instagram. She does amazing artwork with a good vegan message, about the animals. And she also does tattoos. So I don't know, if you're in Austria and you want to get a tattoo, she's there. I don't know. uh, just getting you some customers. Yeah. So she's really awesome. If she wasn't for her, I don't know who I would be today. Really, maybe I wouldn't have come across this vegan thing, this Earthling Ed or whatever. And I don't know. Who knows? But is that's the thing. You never know what you can do with your message by being vegan, just by being this awesome person that you you don't know who you might change, in your life. So it's cool for all of us to go out there and just talk to people And even if they disagree at first, and of course we want them to go vegan right now, we don't know what seeds we might be planting in them, you know. No pun intended. But really, you know, you never know. You never know how you can affect people. And whatever it is, for the people here who also have like a platform on YouTube or Instagram or any other social media, uh, and if you think like, oh no, well, I don't have that many followers or something like that, don't think of it that way, because just one person who sees the message that you're putting out there and changes themselves, you can change that one life and they can bring that message to other people as well. So we also do this, and we don't even know who we are, you know, touching with this, you know. That's the thing. You never know who you can reach out to, even when you don't notice. And that's the beauty of this social media thing. It's not just for looking at scantily clad ladies on the internet, guys. It's also for, you know, doing good things. Not that that's a bad thing, you know, but there's a place and time. There's a place and a time for everything. Oh man. And so, you know, that's just the thing. So I don't know. With that being said, you know what? I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's been like 100 minutes. What's that? That's an hour and 40 minutes of me talking with a shaky camera and stuff. And I don't know. It's weird. And I don't know. So those are my thoughts. I wanted it to be like more, you know, it was going to be more structured, but I guess the live nature of it all, and I didn't expect the camera to not work properly. So I don't know. I hope you all had a good time. I did. We all had a laugh. We all had some sad moments, and also, you know, because let's face it, you know, this thing, it gets to you sometimes. But all we can do is, you know, try to find some entertainment and try to find some humor in whatever we can. So that's it. Thank you for everything. Thank you all for your support. It's been amazing. And let's keep building this amazing community together, and doing whatever we can for the animals. And never hold back, never back down, and never give a welfareist uh, message, and just, you know, fight for their freedom, because that's what they want. They want to be free. They don't want to be in a bigger cage. They want to be in, you know, they just want to be themselves, and they cannot be their true selves in, you know, in prison. So let's fight for their freedom. So that's it for today. See you in the next videos and stuff. I'll do some live thing. I don't know, not very soon, but sometimes. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I do the next one. And for the time being, like I always say, stop hurting animals and start turning Veganese. Till next time.